The Pripyat Persians are back for Season 6 of the ETA. Let's get right into this draft. So, I'm going to explain the draft process a little bit here. You need to have plus minus from each category or 2 neutrals. So, A plus, A minus, or 2 neutral A's. The tiering system for this doc was every tier was a letter, and it was either A plus, A, or A minus. You need to take 2 Pokemon from each letter tier, so that would be an A plus and A minus, 2 neutrals. E tiers and 1 Mon from B minus or below have free Terra. So the Terra captains in this league are free, so you can Terra into anything. But both your E tiers and then a B minus or below of your choosing can be your Terra captain. Some important rules to go over is that stat passing that is not speed is legal to do, so you can Calm Mind and pass that to another Mon. Shed Tail is legal, and Return and Frustration are banned. Just some quirky little rules that are specific to the ETA. Our first pick was Cinderace. I've never actually used this Mon. I know that it's like a staple and it's really good in draft, but I've never gotten to use it. Court Change is a really crazy move that I also have never actually played against, I don't think. And I've never used it, obviously. U-Turn, always good to have on a Mon that's this fast and can hit this hard. It also has Libero, I think is what it's called, which changes its type, so that's pretty cool. Swords Dance Baton Pass, obviously, with that rule that we can pass non-speed stat boosts. This can pass around some big attack boosts and make some Mons that may be a little weaker a lot better. Next, another Mon that we haven't gotten to use that I've wanted to use before, Ursaluna Blood Moon. Basically the exact opposite of what Cinderace was. It's pretty tanky, but also hits hard in the special attack sector. It's got the Mind's Eye Blood Moon little combo. Blood Moon can hit the ghost types with Mind's Eye as an ability. It's got the 2 immunities, and it's also a rock resist, which is really important to the type of team that I'm building. Also, Vacuum Wave hits ghost types because of Mind's Eye, so that's a pretty cool thing to have as a priority special move with this high special attack stat. Pretty cool to come in to revenge things. Next we have Mega Pinsir, which is why it was so important to get that rock resist. The tech you get with this guy is the Aerialate Quick Attack, which is a priority flying move now with Aerialate. Very cool. Its attack stat, absolutely insane, as you can see, 155. So even that 40 base power flying does a lot of damage to a lot of things. It's got great coverage overall. Pinsir's been around forever, so it really got a little bit of every move that came out. And it's got Moxie in its non-mega form, so I can come in, quick attack, and cheese like a low health Mon, or Pinsir itself at speed 105 is not slow, so it could outspeed things, come in with knockoff and just smack stuff around. It also gets Earthquake, pretty cool for the rock types. Yeah, Moxie is really cool for Pinsir to have as an ability pre-mega, and I don't have to immediately mega it as I come in, so I can get that Moxie boost. Next, we got Reuniclus. So, I've never used this one either. Big HP, big special attack. I kind of went attacker, special attacker, attacker, special attacker here. It gets Recover. Kind of just sits here with Calm Mind and Recover and just takes a lot of damage. Overcoat, Magic Guard, and Regenerator, its 3 abilities, all very good abilities. I mean, Magic Guard is really cool. Regenerator, obviously, for like the recovering Calm Mind type of set. And Overcoat for powder, I don't know, like grass types that use Sleep Powder, Spore, stuff like that, Sandstorm. Also, it's good with Trick Room, because it has a special attack stat that's very high on its own, so we can just sit here, Trick Room, and just start blasting off big moves, switch into Ursaluna Blood Moon on the Trick Room, and deal some heavy damage. So Trick Room is a cool option to have. I wanted to have a good Trick Roomer. Next, the tried and true Wheezing Galar. Levitate, Dragon Immunity, which we needed. Defog, Haze, Willow for just moves that I wanted to have for the attackers. Big defense on this boy. It's also got Strange Steam, obviously, which is unique to Wheezing Galar. it can confuse things. I think it has like either a 10 or 30%, I'm not sure, but it has a percent to confuse and is a special fairy move, which is interesting on a Pokemon that actually has a higher attack stat. But the 4 times resist to fighting was important, and having another defogger type of hazard remover was super important as well. Then we finally were able to draft Oricorio. So we get access to all these forms. Another special attacker that's really quick. It's also our Terra Captain, free Terra. I like the utility between the 4 forms. I think that's awesome, especially with the type of teams that I run, which I try to do weird stuff sometimes. So having an extra 3 Mons to flirt with is pretty cool. And obviously it gets Quiver Dance, so you can screw around with that a lot. Its ability Dancer is also cool for like Swords Dance and Dragon Dance type of moves, stuff like that. That's cool. I want to try and use that a little bit if I can. But yeah, I've always tried to draft Oricorio as a Terra Captain because I thought it was very cool, and I haven't been able to, and I was finally able to pick it up. Next we got Duraludon. This is like the perfect pairing for Weezing. I think that they cover each other's weaknesses very well. It's another rock resist, which I wanted. I was going to be a little bit weak to rock with the 2 flying types and the Cinderace, so I wanted to make sure I could get another rock resist. Its bulk in defense is good for its own weaknesses like ground and fighting, so it can kind of tank those if it really needs to, and then hit back hard with like a body press, or its special attack is really good at 120 as well. Overall, Eviolite, Duraludon, pretty cool Mon, haven't gotten to use it yet. Sceptile is back, and it's using Shed Tail because it is legal. It's also getting Dragon Dance and good physical coverage, and it has Unburden, the usual stuff that I've done to Sceptile before. But yeah, I think with Shed Tail being legal, I can try and unlock a couple more things across my team, and Sceptile is the key here. So, good special attack, good speed. It's also got a lot of physical coverage with Dragon Dance. I've used it before, so the learning curve for Sceptile hopefully won't be too steep, because I've used it probably twice, I think, now in 2 other leagues. I love Sceptile too. Sceptile is one of my favorite starters. Bastiodon is back again too. So, rock resist, obviously, another reason I got it. Also fits well with my fighting resist in Weezing Galar and my ghost type Oricorio and everything like that. But big tanky boy. Also my Terra Captain. It gets that body press, iron defense, and stealth rock just for moves that it can use. But one thing I noticed that was really cool is its attack and special attack actually aren't that far off. And in the Gimmick League, Bastiodon has crazy special attacks just hiding. And maybe one time this season you may see me use some crazy Bastiodon special tech. But mostly it's going to be a tank. Defense, special defense, super high. So we bring it in, take some hits, switch it out, let it die, do whatever it needs to do, right? It is an E tier, so it's a Terra Captain, obviously, so we can kind of do a couple of cool things with that. Flying to resist the ground, and fighting, and Ghost to just, you know, take fighting attacks, stuff like that. Very cool. Kingdra is back too. So I needed some sort of fire resist too. I mean, I wasn't doing too hot with fire. So I decided to draft Kingdra again. Swift Swim, Dragon Dance can be special and physical because its stats are all kind of the same. Having that versatility I think is super important. I found that out by drafting these types of mons, that I really like them because it can keep the enemy on their toes and they don't know what kind of set is coming, and it might cause them to make mistakes and stuff like that. But yeah, I like Kingdra a lot. Similar to Mew, it feels like a Mew to me. It has a lot of coverage either way. I mean, probably more physical than it does special, but both are serviceable. Because it gets like Flash Cannon and Iron Head, so it can hit those fairy types. And Dragon moves, obviously, for Dragon types. But yeah, Kingdra overall, very cool mon. Glad I was able to grab it again. Our last Terra Captain is Furret. I love the Tidy Up months. And with Cinderace being able to Baton Pass, along with everything else being able to Baton Pass, hopefully I can make this more usable than it has been before. It's got good physical coverage overall. It's been around forever, so it kind of just gets grandfathered into having all these crazy moves like the punches and stuff like that. It does get Tidy Up. I did want to have like some sort of Rapid Spinner type of Pokemon, so it fit that bill as well. Overall, it just kind of slotted very well into my team. But yeah, it's pretty much what you got for Furret there. I mean, Tidy Up and good physical coverage, that's what it's got to be doing. Last but not least, we got Dusknoir. So we needed to kind of fill a role here at fighting. We're kind of weak to fighting. And it's pretty tanky overall. 135 special defense and defense. I mean, not bad. It's also got 100 attack and it gets Shadow Sneak. So, I mean, overall, for being a D- tier, I think it was a pretty good deal. Fits pretty well. I have a lot of priority already, but I like priority a lot. I kind of like to have multiple options at priority as well. All of the priority I have is different types. So, yeah, Dusknoir fits pretty well at the end of the day, in my opinion. That is the end of our draft analysis for ETA Season 6 Net Decks. Hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys are excited for this season. Make sure, if you want to keep up to date, you subscribe, and make sure you're liking all those videos. If you're interested, I also have a Discord associated with my YouTube account where we do a lot of prepping. We talk Magic the Gathering, we talk card opening for Magic the Gathering, and also Pokemon. It's getting pretty active. So, hope to see you guys there, and hope to see you guys in the comment section for the rest of the season.